I watched the videos. I watched the video on 12-Star TV and the voiceover on 12-Star.
Okay.
It was so funny, and so it all looks to me like as the so-called man looks to me as a comedian, because he even exposed himself more on the video he did, in which he called a response. He just shot himself on the leg. He said they sold Jesus out, they sold Joseph out.
Yes, sir.
You comparing yourself in the first place is even a big and a share total being because you are not even up to 0.1. You're not even up to 0.0001% compared to 100% of Jesus. You saying someone is selling you out, and for your information, Jesus was sold out based on him being truthful. What we are saying here is the truth of what you did. You've not even gone deep.
He said, "You've not even got logo." Yeah.
Logo. You know, it just amazed. It just so like it's funny to me how this man thinking can just keep lying, deceiving the world. You felt like you always escape through all your lies. No, you not escape through this. Why? Because you're not fighting with David. You're not fighting with Mr. Benga. You're fighting with God. You should go to the Bible and read the story about Egypt and Israel. I'm the Israel, you are the Egypt. I'm not lying to you. I'm your paranoid. Even somebody came out so I'm not sorry to say this. And you saying you told them to create office for me in National Assembly. I don't know, maybe you are the president, or you are the Senate president, or the Speaker of the House. Great office for me. What is the name of the office where I serve the National Assembly? Can you tell me? Has any of your families or any of your family or relative ever gone through National Assembly? Maybe honorable, maybe local government chairman. A big governor to feel only great office from the National Assembly. They're just so full of lies. And nobody like I am on Benny. Oh, they put any on long. Oh, they're at the bottom. So, and I call my attention. Yeah, can you go to Monge? Listen to me, then check it in continue by and I stop that thing. After I stopped it, that was when I was able to now accumulate more profit again. Not within 1 year, that is 2 years after. That was when I was able to accumulate this money. This 67 million that Prophet over me. I don't know, maybe he saw it in his spiritual, his darkened spiritual. Because when he took all those money from me, I wasn't myself. Until after a year later, something is wrong.
Yeah, this is how they gave it to Dangote. This is how they gave it. This woman was the first person to be approved in Lagos State. So,
and now then the Bible got to the video only pay one don't feel free. No one bears pay want to at the mora. Woman that claim pay A and B to me. Abi now Tibetan is me pay. I'm not the one that bought that land. Pay a lot of people bought that land. Then why is their name not on that list to show on the video? That was why I said he shot himself on the leg.
this is a very, very interesting moment. I want to start this broadcast by saying we thank God for another very brilliant occasion that God gave us, especially today, 4th of November, Saturday, 4th November, year 2023. Well, it's still about the story of our very good brother, a businessman, and a young, innovative, articulate entrepreneur who unfortunately had a problem with a prophet, Prophet M.K.O. Tibetan of Celestial Church of Christ in Asabe Parish, and one Chief Mrs. Elizabeth Omolara Akintonde. Prophet Tibetan introduced a property according to the story. That was sometimes in year 2022. Marketed the property to our young brother who happens to be like a spiritual godson, or let's say spiritual son and young friend. And Ms. Akintonde is a later day guest or visitor or friend of the prophet, and maybe she came to the book launch of year 2022, and there was a kind of marketing by the prophet or the Ms. Akintonde herself about a land near Dangote refinery in Lekki Aja, and along the line, Mr. Timilehin David was coerced into buying or advised to buy, or he was indulged by the prophet to partake in the land, because the prophet also made the announcement that the land was given to him to sell to a lot of celestial members and to sell to a lot of other people that are very close to him or that are related or affiliated with him. I think along the line, Mr. Timmy was encouraged to buy, and he bought, according to him, first he bought a hectare, which is 15 plots. Along the line, the prophet also said, please, we have more land, so I think you should buy, because this is a good time for you to buy. When that place appreciates in terms of the refinery of Dangote is being launched, you might sell it, or you might have a booming real estate business there. And Mr. Timilehin decided to churn out another amount of money, which is 30 million for another set of 15 plots, 1 hectare, not acre. Along the line, there was agreement. Mr. Timilehin said he wanted to bring a lawyer, but the prophet said, don't worry, I think you should you should be confident with the woman's lawyer. He was highly, highly discouraged from taking a lawyer. And along the line, he was even asked to pay for the services of the lawyer of Mrs. Akintonde, according to the story. And he paid roughly 5.5 million, 5,550,000, but the real money was 67 million naira, according to revelation from the back statement. And along the line, for the receipt to be issued, it became a narrow story. Eventually, when the receipt even came, the name on the receipt was badly spelled, and the young man said, look, this is not my name, please can you rewrite it? And there were other things that happened. So recently, after the story broke in June, we decided to meet Mr. Timmy when he was in Lagos for a short business meeting and other activities. We met him near the airport on his way back to Abuja, and he gave a very, very expressive interview. He talked about it. He spoke in Yoruba, which is our language. And because some of you are saying, oh, we didn't hear, we want the language to be. So we decided to do this broadcast both in Yoruba and in English language. But the purpose of doing this broadcast is that Prophet Tibetan has reacted just 2 days ago after we released our own video 7 days back. Prophet Tibetan immediately reacted, and he said a lot of things, and that is what we are going to be engaging Mr. Timilehin this evening. And we want to thank you, sir, for giving us this opportunity to speak with us from your wonderful home in Abuja. Good evening, sir. Mr. Timmy.
Good evening, Mr. Benga. All thanks to God.
We thank God, sir.
Not we human.
Anyway, today is Saturday, the 4th of November, year 2023, and I want to ask you, have you watched the video of Prophet Tibetan on both Black Magic TV, or is it Black Africa or Black Magic? Then the other
I
one, 12
watched
Star.
the videos. I watched the video on 12 Star TV and the voiceover on 12
Okay,
Star.
okay,
It
okay.
was so funny, and so it all looks to me like as the so-called man looks to me as a comedian, because he even exposed himself more on the video he did, in which he called a response. He just shot himself on the leg.
Shot himself on the leg with a
Yes,
pistol or with something bad than pistol.
for saying all he said, because all he said was just planted lies.
Okay.
He just exposed him
Okay.
more. Okay, from the video I watched on 12 Star TV and the Black Afrika TV, it shows that this man to me, it looks like a hardened criminal, a man who can never repent from his evil way. If a man who call himself a prophet, and you know the doctrine and the background that surrounds the church, whereby you hide yourself, portray yourself as a prophet to the world, full of deceitful, you could sit inside a celestial church, back in a altar that's meant to be a altar of God, and you sat down there spitting out all lies. That tells that you have no fear of God within you. Because tó bá ní bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run, ò ní kọ ẹ̀yìn sí pẹpẹ kó dẹ̀ máa parọ́. Yorùbá sọ wípé èèyàn méjì ò kí ń pàdánù irọ́. Ẹni tí wọ́n ń parọ́ fún, tí ò bá mọ̀ pé wọ́n ń parọ́ fóun, ẹni tó ń parọ́ fún yàn, ó mọ̀ pé òun parọ́ fún yàn now. But if you could understand within yourself that what you're saying here is a lie, and the joke was no church, that tells us that the church you built there that you call a cathedral is not a house of God, but house of the devil. Because èṣù ló lè gba irú ọbẹ̀ yẹn mọ́ra. Inú ìjọ èṣù ló ti lè máa parọ́ kí inú èṣù máa dùn. Ó ò lè parọ́ nínú ìjọ Ọlọ́run kí àwọn ogun ọ̀run má gba ẹ létí. Etí ẹ á ti dì ń bẹ̀. Because nǹkan tá a mọ̀ nípa ìpìlẹ̀ àti ìlànà celestial ni pé tíyàn bá gbé ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ sára, if you're carrying on with you an iniquity, before you walk into that church, you got punished. That is what we've heard about that church. Yes. But I'm a little bit surprised, and I'm as well not surprised that a man who called himself a prophet, he who called himself Nostradamus, I don't know who named him that, a man who called himself a prophet of Africa could sit inside church backing the altar and spitting out lies. It's just so amazing that this man has turned himself to a comedian.
I think he said something like, Asabe cannot sell me out. I am not Joseph or Jesus. I am Marcus.
Was created for that job. And he has created some people too. To what? To sell people. They sold Jesus, they sold Joseph, they sold Jesus Christ. Although their own name started from J. But if Asabe think he can sell me, I'm not Jesus, I'm Marcus. The first person they sold in the Bible was Joseph. The second person they sold again was Jesus. All is JJ. So he cannot win. Asabe cannot win.
What did you think the prophet mean by this utterance? Did the video really shock you? Did that utterance also shock you?
Anybody, if anybody could decode what this man is trying to say, you can tell that he's just being pained that he could not achieve his aim and target towards the man called towards Mr. Asabe. Because because him himself, the man exposed himself on the video. But those people who are not close to him will not understand those things. You said they sold Jesus out, they sold Joseph out.
Yes, sir.
You comparing yourself in the first place is even a big and because you are not even up to 0.1. You're not even up to 0.0001% compared to 100% of Jesus. You saying someone is selling you out. And for your information, Jesus was sold out based on him being truthful, being the light, the way, showing the people the life and the way to life, saving people, raising the dead people, and making people's life easy. And those Pharisees and anyone the sort of so nothing, and then even then Jesus could even avert it. But when he was praying, according to what the Bible says, they said he told God, "Let your will be done."
Yeah.
And before it comes to that aspect, and Jesus said it within his disciples. He said, "One of you will betray me." And on the Joseph stance, Joseph àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ wọn ò fẹ́ kí ìran ẹ̀ kó ṣẹ because wọ́n mọ̀ pé ọmọ ológo ni. But you are the opposite. What we are saying here is the truth of what you did. You've not even gone deep.
He said Ologo.
You've not even gone logo. Ọmọ ológo ló ń lógun. Ṣé òun ló ń gbógun ti àbí òun ló ń gbógun ti yàn? Ẹni tó ń gbógun ti yàn tó ló ń gbógun ti òun. You know, it just amazed. It just so kí ni mo tell pé? Like it's funny to me how this man thinking can just keep lying, deceiving the world. You felt like you always escape through all your lies. No, you've not escaped through this. Why? Because you're not fighting with David. You're not fighting with Mr. Benga. You're fighting with God. That is what you don't understand. If you don't know, maybe you should go back to your Bible and read about the story of David and Goliath. How many David you are the Goliath? You should go to the Bible and read the story about Egypt and Israel. How many Israel you are the Egypt? I'm not lying to you. Even tí n bá dé kí n máa sọ àwọn aburú tó ti ṣe àwọn nǹkan tó ti ṣe nínú òkùnkùn, ẹni tó yẹ ká yé sọ̀kò pa ni ẹ́. I'm not sorry to say this. If you could keep your own children abroad, ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ ó dàbí ẹni tó ń wá òkété ni. Ẹni tó wá òkété tó ń kí wọ́ sínú ìsà òkété tó nà dí sókè. Ṣé kò mọ̀ pé Ọlọ́run ọba gan dẹ ìsà ìhò dí tó nǹkan lẹ́yìn ni? That is who you are, if you don't understand. And he's just trying to derail the truth. He's just trying to divert people from the truth to another direction. What you did to Asabe, you know what you did to Asabe. That is not the case here. And you even exposed yourself on that video. You said Asabe is an horse which you rode to the palace.
So they are looking for, because Asabe is not more relevant again. What really happened is that Asabe was a horse that I ride to the palace. Asabe was the horse that me ride to the palace.
Okay.
But one day in the palace, when I was in the palace, Asabe now lose himself. He lose himself from the rope and ran into the market. And it was badly beaten. They beat him, they did everything because he didn't know how to walk in the public. He was putting his leg inside the oil, inside the okra, inside everything, and the people were pissed off. So when he came back when he found his way back home, then Marcus now asked the horse, why did you get wounded? What happened to you? He said, I went to the market. I went there to go and try my popularity. And when I got to the place, I now knew that I'm not the one that popular. It was Marcus that was popular.
It means you used this man for 11 years without anything. And I could remember, that even reminds me, when Prophet Adebayo gave Mr. Gbenga a car, I myself came to you appreciating, like, oh, this is very good. You're not named Baba, because Baba said, I watched some of his video. Prophet Adebayo, he said, I want to gbàdúrà fún lọ́jọ́ tó ti pẹ́ tí wọ́n ti wá wọn tí wọ́n ò rí wọn. Pé nígbà kété tí Mr. Gbenga gbé fídíò ìsìta tí wọ́n rí wọn, wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní bùkún fún wọn. Pé àwọn wá show appreciation. And then without this man call, it was even through him that I met you. I would have known who the hell you are. You understand? And this man has been with you for 11 years. And this man was the one who unleashed you to the world. Without this man, nobody will know you today. Everything you achieved today, you achieved it through this man, and you never show any sign of appreciation. bàbá Adébáyọ̀ gbé mọ́tò fún Mr. Gbenga because ìgbà nǹkan mi tẹ̀ ń bá Mr. Gbenga sọ̀rọ̀ mi ò tẹ̀ ń bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ mi ò bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ rí lẹ́yìn kí n rí wọn kí n kí wọn hello ẹ káàsán ẹ káàárọ̀ ẹ káàárọ̀ instead ìgbà tí mo sọ fún ẹ pé bàbá Adébáyọ̀ gbé mọ́tò fún wọn instead tó yẹ kí inú ẹ dùn you are so upset you get so furious kíni má bàbá sọ kíni wọn yẹn mọ́ o irú kíni òṣì wọn yẹn ṣọmọ mọ́tò tó gbé fún ṣọmọ mọ́tò tó ti gbé fún mi ni wọ́n ti gbé jíwá kan fún mi mi ò gbà wọ́n ti gbélé fún mi ní Banana Island mi ò gbà wọ́n fún mi nílẹ̀ tó pọ̀ ní Abuja mi ò gbà kí nìdí mi ò ní ìdí ẹ̀ because kì í ṣe nǹkan tó mo wá nìyẹn mọ́tò tó ń gbé fún Mr. Gbenga kì í ṣe mọ́tò tó ń wà mọ́ Nàìjíríà náà old cars ni tí bàbá fún mọ́tò mọ́ àwọn tó mọ́tò fún mọ́tò that was how you responded to me that day before man and God that was how you responded to me ìgbà tó dẹ̀ sọ kí nìyẹn mọ̀ra calm down mi ò sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ wọ́n á sọ nínú ọkàn ara mi pé kí ni ìdí tí bàbá yìí fi ń bínú torí pé wọ́n gbé mọ́tò fún èèyàn èmi rò pé ó yẹ kí inú ẹ̀ dùn nínú wọ́n dẹ́ni tó bá bó lóore yọ òun náà nípa nínú oore náà.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
nǹkan tẹ̀mí rò nìyẹn and the case here is not even about Mr. Gbenga so do not derail people to another direction. The case here of 67 million that is the case here. Yeah. So do not divert people. You saying that this thing is more than the money. Yes, it's more than the money because you know what you've done spiritually. Even to me myself, you know how long you've gone because bọ̀lọ́run ò gbà fún ẹ bí ògo ti ń jẹ́ tọ́lọ́run Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ gbogbo iṣẹ́ aburú tó ṣe Ọlọ́run dá padà kì í ṣàgbára mi lágbára kankan o èmi ò lóhun kóhun o mi ò mọ̀ wéwà o mi ò mọ̀ wéjà o mi ìdẹ̀mí gbò wà àmọ́ mo ní Ọlọ́run ọba tó dá ewé àti egbò àti tó dá ẹni tó mọ nílò ewé àti egbò o lè mi gbọ́kànlé. So don't divert people's attention.
He also said that there is no scandal that can rock the boat of a righteous person.
If you say there is a scandal on the telly or the social media, there is no scandal that can rock the boat of a righteous person.
Do you think the prophet is a righteous man that is grossly being misunderstood? You know?
It's another exposition. It's another way of him exposing himself to the people because anybody who think a normal human being who can think well, who can identify his right from left, can tell that this man is nothing but full lies, full of lies.
Is that the saints and the righteous man?
So one day I asked him, if you start interviewing me, you can make a lot of waves, a lot of things, because me, I'm a righteous person. I'm a saint. So if anybody wanted to, if anybody had anything from me, in another 4, 5, 6 years, they'll bring everything together and say, is this man derailed or is he on the way? Is he doing the right thing? That's it.
Yeah, I watched the video because I could remember, and not even remember, if you go through your Bible very well, the Bible made us understand that any reconciliation láyé, lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí Jésù ti kúrò láyé kò sẹ́ni ire kan mọ́ láyé. And then àwọn bàbá tó jẹ́ tá a wà gẹ́gẹ́ bí ènìyàn mọ̀ ní gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run. I'm talking about the likes of Apostle Joseph Ayọ̀délé Rótìmí Babalọ́lá. I'm talking about the likes of Baba Gabriel Adeochi Yelami. I'm talking about the likes of Moses Orimolade Amotunuwalashe. I'm talking about the likes of SBJ Oshofa and so on. Those people, we know them and we can confirm with the work they've done, that with the work they did, that these men are truly men of God. But they never call themselves righteous man. They never said it. They never claim to be a saint man. Instead, they pray. Wọ́n máa ń gbàdúrà fún Ọlọ́run bá kà wáyé ní ìjọba rẹ̀ níkẹyìn ayé. Jọ̀wọ́ fún wa ní oore-ọ̀fẹ́ láti dé ìjọba ọ̀run. Àdúrà tí wọ́n ń gbà nìyẹn, because Bible make us understand that nobody can do the way, nobody can walk towards, like, your work can't grant you heavenly home. Our work, the work of our hand cannot grant us heavenly home. It is by grace. So how dare could a man stand and call himself a saint and a righteous man? And the other day you said you've never lied in your life. You said you never steal, nor lie.
So that's what he said.
Sir, I want to ask, is there anyone that has never lied or not still lie? Is there anyone ever? Is there anyone pure or clean of lies?
Yes, there is. I've met some, and I'm one of it. I'm one of them too.
since you were born to this
yeah,
world. How could you
yeah.
say that?
He has never
How could you
lied.
say
That's
that?
one of the few people
You are
in
a
this world
human
that never
being.
lied.
You are a human being. You still, but then that's not my concern. You can lie, you can deceive people as much as you want. But show mo wípé àwọn Yorùbá máa ń sọ wípé bí rọ́bà lọ lógún ọdún, ọjọ́ kan ṣoṣo báyìí ni òótọ́ máa bá.
Okay.
Like I said, I know you want to go deeper into your spiritual aspect after this video, but nǹkan tí mo mọ̀ ni wípé Ọlọ́run ọba òkú níwọ̀n ìgbà tí Ọlọ́run bá ti ń bẹ lórí ìtẹ́, tọ́lọ́run bá sì ń jòkó lórí ayé àti Ọlọ́run, tí Ọlọ́run bá sì ń jẹ́ Ọlọ́run tí ò dẹ̀ pààrọ̀ ògo ẹ̀, tí ò dẹ̀ ní ẹ̀bà pààrọ̀ ògo ẹ̀, níwọ̀n ìgbà tí wọ́n fúnra lára rẹ̀ tó bá ti lè sọ òfurufú di ilẹ̀ tíyàn máa tẹ̀, tó lè sọ ilẹ̀ pẹ̀pẹ̀ di òfurufú táyé máa wò, tí wọ́n fúnra ẹ̀ sì ń mí èmi sínú tó ń mí èmi síta, tí wọ́n fúnra ẹ̀ sì ń momi tó sì ń jẹpo tó sì ń jẹyọ̀, gbogbo iṣẹ́ ibi tó bá sì ṣe orí ẹ̀ ló máa lọ, àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ ló máa forí gbé, àdàbí tí ò bá sọ Ọlọ́run mọ́.
I was even shocked when he also made this statement that he said that you are just a student and a tenant struggling to survive when he met you, and that he was the one that gave you an appointment at the National Assembly, Abuja, that he told them to create something for you.
So I do go to Abuja to meet ministers, governors, and all these people before. So he said, Daddy, anytime you come to Abuja, he was a student, he was a tenant then. But with the grace of God, from here, I put him in the House of Assembly to go and serve NYSC. I tell them to create a place for Timilehin. Timilehin serves there.
That you are just struggling. So is that true?
You know, I said it earlier from this interview, I said, it just baffles me how a man who calls himself a prophet of Africa can sit inside church, not even inside his office this time, inside church, packing altar and spitting out lies. Go to my school, go to the school where I graduated, ask them the year I graduated. They will tell you I graduated in 2017. I met you in 2020. After I graduated, I choose not to go for service yet because I faced my own life, right? Yeah. It was along the way that I was facing my own life. That was when I met you in 2020. That was about 4 years later after graduating, because I graduated early 2017. So approximately 4 years after I graduated. I choose not to go for service yet, but then I decided to go for service after I met you. And you saying you told them to create office for me in National Assembly. I don't know, maybe you are the president, or you are the Senate president, or the Speaker of the House, to great office for me. What is the name of the office where I served National Assembly? Can you tell me? Has any of your families or any of your family or relative ever gone through National Assembly? Maybe honorable, maybe local government chairman, a big governor to feel only a great office for the National Assembly. They are just so full of lies. And nobody like I am going to be or they put any on long. Or they're at the bottom.
But was there any time that he make you to go through the National Assembly? Maybe.
Yeah. I met. I won't mention him. I won't mention this. The name of the man. I actually met him. I think the man came to pray. Okay. I used to go for service this year, and I met the man. And through that man, I started going to meet that man in his office. And through that, I served the National Assembly through that man. Then. Okay. And I served there. I was not like I was given job or created office there.
Not that you.
But yeah, show possible National Assembly. Show possible National Assembly great office from YC.
I was thinking maybe they created the office of the Special Advisor on Youth for you. National Assembly.
National Assembly great office from Copper. I could work WhatsApp for me. I could create office for you. Show possible, sir.
I don't think so. This is quite interesting, sir. He also said that he was the one that did prayers for you before you built your own house in Abuja.
I said, why are you renting houses and everything? The landlord is okay. I was doing some prayers and everything. God answered those prayers. He bought his own house. So when he bought his own house in Abuja, he said, Daddy, come and see the house and then come and sanctify the house. Then I went there to sanctify the house. Then at times when I go to Abuja, in the house of the house of this the secretary to the state to Buhari. His last this man that work in the same Gambari. Yeah, I'm the one that did some prayers to make Gambari everything. Those are the people. So even I wanted to introduce him to Gambari, but I took him to Gambari's sisters. That's Timilehin. So he was there. He knew virtually all the people I knew in Abuja. So for that, I left that night. I did everything. Even I was arranging. If he can get a visa and go to Texas, it will be better. Rather for him to waste money, he said, okay, the house in Abuja, he will rent it out. So he will go for that. Then we try visa. So he didn't get visa. And it's not a do or die thing. So later, he moves down. After sanctifying the house, they came for launching.
Can you honestly confirm that statement? Is it true that he said it is after you are struggling, he now did some things for you, then you build your house, you bought your land and all that? And it's a twin question. He also said, after saying that, he said that when he comes to Abuja, he used to meet ministers and governors and introduce you to some of them before you hit your jackpot. And that he was the one that did something for you to build your house in Abuja. So how true is that, sir?
How can someone come to Abuja to meet ministers and those people he mentioned, and I'm still the one paying for his flight? I'll still be the one to go to the airport to pick him, and I'll still be the one to take him back. I've never met any ministers through him. He was just full of deceitful. Ìgbà tí mo serve tán, ó ní pé I will not mention that woman's name. Ipe ó máa mú mi lọ bá Rauf Aregbesola.
Okay.
Rauf
Minister of Works then.
He was a minister of Works then.
Minister of Interior.
Interior, yeah, Minister of Interior. Ipe ó máa mú mi lọ bá ngbà yẹn. Mo tọ́ sọ sí ẹ̀nà mo ti gbọ́ mọ́ o, kò sí nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ pé mo meet any ministers through wọn o. Ó kàn fẹ́ sọ àsọdùn ni. Náà jẹ́ kí n sọ fún ẹ, nígbà tí mo pàdé ẹ ní 2020, yes, I was a celestial before I met you. That was even what made me become interested in you. I was a celestial before I met you. It was this your case ló jẹ́ kí n kúrò ní ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀. You understand? Now, ní 2020 nígbà tí mo meet ẹ, ó ló ṣe iṣẹ́ àdúrà fún mi pé kí n máa lò ipò máa jẹ́ kí ìbùkún wá. I am into Forex trading. I do Forex trading. Let me say full time. Even my real estate business, it is whenever I make profit, I go there and invest it, because Forex trading is not it is not controlled by anybody's father or anybody's mother. It has to do with country's economy. You're trading one currency against each other. You understand? So whenever I make profits, because if I keep those money too much in my account, it's my jẹ́ kí n stake, jẹ́ kí n open a lot of position. By then, through that, it will expose my capital to more risk in the market. So I withdraw some part of the money and invest it, right? So now, after the moment here, you gave me something, making my low fund. All of a sudden, within a month, I lost 14.5 million.
Jesus.
I was not even recording any profit then.
14.5 million.
I was not even recording any profit then. Wow. Yes. Wow, we pay. And I sat myself and I called myself to notice. I was doing fine before now. Yes, sometimes I will record a little loss and make profit. The aim of every professional trader. No, yes, you can still lose money in the market, because it is not controlled by you or by your father. So, but what you do is to maximize the profit you make and you minimize the loss you recorded. So, they pay every position. If I wake up in the morning now with mobile laptop, I did my analysis and did my setup. I draw my trend line, enter a market. My account will get liquidated. owó tí mo fi trade wọ́n yà kọ́ disappear. And the funniest part is that after the market now kick me out by taking the capital out, the market will now go as analyzed. Bí mo ṣe analyze the chart yẹn. I was now wondering what is going on. So I now come attention pé kí ni nǹkan tí mo ń ṣe nísìnyí tí mi ò ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀. Then ṣé kìí ṣe nǹkan tí bàbá yìí gbé fún mi kékeré, and I stop that thing. After I stopped it, that was when I was able to now accumulate more profit again. Not within 1 year, that is 2 years after. That was when I was able to accumulate this money, this 67 million that Prophet igba lọ́wọ́ mi. I don't know, maybe he saw it in his spiritual, his darkened spiritual. Tó fi bókè nǹkan tí mo gbé fún kò ló mọ́, jẹ́ kí n fi olúgbòhùn kí n fi gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, because when he took all those money from me, I wasn't myself until after a year later ni mo ṣe mọ̀ pé something is wrong. So if you're not claiming pé nǹkan tó gbé fún mi tí mi ò lò mọ́, gbà tí mo ń lò tí mo ń lose owó, now then after that gbogbo nǹkan tó bá fún mi kì í lò mọ́, máa ń kó sílé. Ìgbà tá àṣírí ilẹ̀ túlẹ̀, ìgbà tí àṣírí ilẹ̀ tú ni mo wá kó gbogbo kinní wọ̀nyẹn tí mo kó wọn sí, mo wá kó wọn lọ dán pẹ̀ síta. Ó wá ń dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ orí mi ẹlẹ́dàá mi pé thank God pé nǹkan tọkùnrin tẹ̀ fún mi ò tẹ̀ wá lò mọ́. Ká ní pé yẹn tẹ̀ lò, kí ni àbá máa sọ lénìí? Nígbà tí àṣírí ilẹ̀ dẹ̀ tú, ó rò pé ká ní pé ó jẹ́ wòlíì Ọlọ́run ni. Nígbà tó ń fún mi nìkan kí n máa lò tí mi dẹ̀ kí n lò, ṣé kò yẹ kí ẹ̀mí yẹn sọ fún mi pé ọmọ yòókì ń lo kíní? But èwo mọ̀, because she still needs to undergo some spiritual work before kó tó lè máa ríran. She understand? Náà kò mọ̀ pé mi ń lo kíní wọ̀nyẹn, mo kó wọn sílé ni. Nígbà tó wá rí pé àṣírí ilẹ̀ ti tú, ó kọ̀ déédéé pè mí. Normally àwọn nǹkan tó máa fún mi tó bá ti lọ Abuja ló máa fún mi, but èmi àgbà tayọ̀tayọ̀ kó lè mọ̀ pé mo appreciate ẹ̀, but èmi àkó sílé mi ò nílò. Nígbà tó wá rí pé àṣírí ilẹ̀ yẹn ti tú, ó wá send ọṣẹ tí ò ṣe rí, tí ẹ bá ṣe rí, ó send ọṣẹ sí Abuja, bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ń pè mí. He was not calling me every now and then. Báyọ̀ ń pè mí, òun náà ń pè mí, Báyọ̀ ń pè mí, òun náà ń pè mí. Like frequently bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ń pè mí pé àkílò, wọ́n ní pé ibo ló wà, mo dẹ̀ ṣe ọṣẹ kan fún ẹ o, pé mo ṣe fáwọn èèyàn, òun fẹ́ ṣí cathedral, òun pé òun fẹ́ kí n lè rówó ná ńbẹ̀. Ó sọ pé òun ṣe ọṣẹ fún mi kémi máa lò, kémi lè rí owó ná fún ẹ níbi tó ti fẹ́ ṣí church. Kì í ṣe pé káyé tèmi lè dá, ó ní pé òun ṣe ọṣẹ ó send ẹ̀. Mo wá sọ fún wa, mo ní àmì òsì l'Abuja ń sìn pé mo wà lÉkòó, ọ̀nà ṣé màá lọ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì kí n lọ gbà á. Mo èmi náà sọ fún pé tí bá kúrò lẹ́yìn pé mo ń múra àti kúrò lÉkòó, pé mo lọ Àkúrẹ́, pé mo ń ṣe nǹkan l'Ákúrẹ́, pé mo dẹ̀ nídìí ìwé ilẹ̀ yẹn láti fi ṣe nǹkan kan ní Àkúrẹ́. Wọ́n ní pé okay, this thing I'm saying is I have it recorded though. I record the conversation. Yes, I recorded the conversation. Not like I'm just saying it because only deny. I will play it. I voice here. Wọ́n ní wọ́n dẹ̀ ti okay tí n bá ti lọ sí Àkúrẹ́, mo ní pé tí n bá lọ Àkúrẹ́ mo ní pé mi padà, ní pé wọ́n máa send us Abuja pé tí n bá ti dá Abuja máa lọ gbà. Mo ní no, pé tí n bá kúrò l'Àkúrẹ́ mo ń padà bọ̀ l'Ékòó. Do you know that this man send this day, he send his soap behind me. He send it to Abuja.
Oh, wow.
How could you say you want to help someone? You say oh no, ṣọ̀dọ̀ fún yàn obìnrin lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ o. Yóò kọ́ decide lọ́kàn rẹ̀ pé o fẹ́ help yàn. Ìwọ ló dẹ̀ tún disturb kẹ́ni lọ́gbà nǹkan, kẹ́ni lọ́gbà. Like you are trying to force me, like you're contemplating on that, on me saying I should go for it. Also there's Abuja, wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń pè láti park. Mo ní message pẹ̀lú wọn kíní kan. Ìjọ́ kan mo kàn bínú pé sọ fún pé tó bá yá yín, ẹ máa send ẹ̀ padà sẹ́ni tó send ẹ̀ fún yín. So ọ̀nà wa pè mí náà, mo wá parọ́ fún pé kó sọ fún Báyọ̀ pé kó gbé kíní yẹn padà sí Èkó, pé tí n bá ti dé Abuja, tí n bá ti dé Èkó, máa padà lọ gbà ní church. Wọ́n ní wọ́n dẹ̀ ti bàbá send ẹ̀ sí Abuja o. Wọ́n ní okay. Bàtí wáyà mo wá sọ fún Báyọ̀ pé kó sọ fún wọn pé padà gbà sí Èkó, pé èmi ò sí l'Abuja. And I was in Abuja then. Because mo mọ̀ nǹkan tó fẹ́ fi ṣe ẹ̀mí mọ̀ nǹkan tó fi ọṣẹ yẹn tó fẹ́ yẹn ṣe, ó fẹ́ fi renew.
That was around May, June,
around April, May.
Okay.
Around April, May. Is it April, May? Around March, April. It was early this year. Tó wá send ọṣẹ yẹn síbẹ̀, èmi náà dàbí ọgbọ́n náà. Èmi dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ó fẹ́ fi renew ni pé ojú ọmọ ti ṣí, ó ti lọ báyìí, mo ti lọ wọlé lẹ́yìn, mo ti lọ ibi tó pélé yẹn wà, mo ti rí pé kì í ṣe ibi tó pélé fún mi pé ó wà kọ́ nílẹ̀ wà. lọ fún mi pé ilẹ̀ wà ní ẹ̀gbẹ́ Dangote refinery, ilẹ̀ lọ wà nínú remote area ní Ẹ̀pẹ́ nínú gbó orun mọ́lẹ̀. She understand? Ìgbà tó di pàṣẹ yẹn ti tú mo lọ ṣe ìgbà yẹn lọ wá send ọṣẹ yẹn o tí ò dẹ̀ ṣe rí kò ẹ́bà send nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ sí mi àti bá lọ dẹ̀ ló máa pọ̀ ń pè nǹkan fún mi tí mi dẹ̀ ń lò. Now it's not trying to take credit pé through ni mo fi achieve nǹkan tí mo achieve. Bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ bá mi bèè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ bóyá wọ́n máa ń ṣe oògùn àbí wọ́n máa ń ṣe iṣẹ́ pé kí economy America kó boost, pé kí economic country kan kó reduce. Because I'm trading, I'm a Forex trader. I trade like I'm okay now. I'm trading USD against yen, and you are saying it is the prayer you did for me. Don't let the market go my way. If you like, if you do not do your analysis well, if you do not know what you are doing on the market, you always lose money.
Yeah.
And someone is now sitting inside one devil church, saying he did prayer for me to get what I achieved.
That is the one that did a lot of things for you.
And could have made the low. So can I be more allocated my no, but you must go and pay on the for me.
Wow.
What I got to the for me, only got to the last, only got to be for me. The launch is no in a way. I think like be third day or fourth day. Also, better is new your big amount of Java budget. To bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní yọ àwọn kíní ìṣùṣù lórí
fungi
bó ṣe ṣe nìyẹn after bí a week mi ò fọwọ́ kan o mo fẹ́ ya ọmọ ẹ̀ ní wèrè àbí iṣẹ́ ibi tó ṣe sínú ẹ̀.
In fact, another one.
Yeah, I actually made a mistake by coming out to say all those things he said because ó kàn expose ara ẹ̀ money. All I'm asking him is just to return my 67 million naira.
But a lot of people that commented on those videos said he should just return the money. That why will he say? He even did another video. He said the rise and fall of Asabe Afrika. Because I watched the rise and fall of Idi Amin. So maybe he's trying to relate it now
to recreate it.
Recreate the rise and fall of Idi Amin. In fact, he said, I think. He said that I want to ask that. He said that there was a time that you asked him that, oh, you don't have a father again, that he should come and be your father, that you want to make him your father, that he now told you that no, I can't be your father.
So when he now said, Daddy, I did not have father again, I will make you a father, I will make you my father. I said, no, you can't make me my father. You make me your father. I have 5 children. If you want to be spiritual God's son, it's another thing. You can't be my son. He said, but he will not disappoint me. I said, let us see.
But I can be your spiritual father because I have 5 children. That is on one side. Then the other side, he said that he only came to your house, the house you built or the house you bought in Abuja, that he only came to your house once to bless it. And even though you asked him to spend a week, he refused and never returned again. Is that true? He said he only slept in your house one night.
So when he bought his own house in Abuja, he said, Daddy, come and see the house and then come and sanctify the house. Then I went there to sanctify the house. So I said, I cannot give you more than one night. He said he was thinking maybe I can stay 1 week. I said, no, I can only stay one night.
And that
I do not tell him I bought a house. I moved to a new apartment. I moved to a new house. Mo wá ní pé kó bá mi ṣàdúrà sí. Mo ní kó rán Mr. Olola. I remember. Mo ní kó rán Mr. Olola.
To come and yálé sí mímọ́.
He said, yes, assistant kó bá mi yálé sí mímọ́. He now said no. He kò máa fẹ́ra òun wá. Ó fúnra rẹ̀ mọ̀dí tó fi wá dẹ̀ mú nǹkan tó wá ṣe nílé náà.
Okay. You asked him. You didn't want him to come. You just said he should send his aid.
Yes, I myself, I said, go check him, Mr. Olola wá. But ó refuse. Ó lóun fúnra ló máa wá. Ó dẹ̀ mọ̀ nǹkan tó wá ṣe náà. Ó mọ̀ ṣe ibi tó wá ṣe. Bóyá tó bá dẹ̀ fẹ́ kí n bá ń sọ síta. Bóyá kó sọ síta pé kí n bá ń sọ nǹkan gbogbo ẹ̀ kò sí gbogbo nǹkan tó wọ́n ṣe lókùnkùn. Ọlọ́run tàn mọ́lẹ̀ sí gbogbo ẹ̀. Tó bá fẹ́ kí n bá ń ṣe sọ nǹkan tó ń wá ṣe bóyá kí n bá sọ fún. Bóyá kí n bá sọ síta káyé gbọ́. Àti ìdí tó fi sọ pé kí Mr. Olola kó máa The reason why he came by himself and refused to allow his assistants to come. Maybe if he wants me to expose that to the world, let me go on and do that. And he was talking about me asking him to be my father. I never asked him to be my father.
He said that you begged him. That you begged him. That you don't have a father. Your father is late.
How does it even happen then? That was when I just met him. That I was still thinking, he's a true man of God. The thing he did, this man called Korodele Tibetan, who named himself Marcus Omo, the son of Tibetan, is a perfect description, perfect meaning of listening to the word of my mouth, not what I do. Ọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu mi ni ẹ gbọ́, ẹ má ṣe wò ṣe. Nígbà yẹn tí mo ṣe rò pé tí mo ṣe gẹ́gẹ́ bí ènìyàn Ọlọ́run, ṣé pé máa ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé òun like èèyàn bóun ṣe kíní. Then I took him as a father. Like if I want to do everything, I would tell him, thinking he has a good intention for me. But I myself never sit down or there is anywhere he told me that he cannot be my father. Never. Before man and God.
There was never anything
before
like that.
Man and God. Before man and God. He was even the one. He was even the one even now calling himself my father. And I do not decline that, because a 60s man is old enough to be a 30s boy, a man in his 30s, a 60-year plus, so he's old enough to be his father. So I never in any way asked him to be my father. I still know my father now. Anybody that sees my face, whenever anybody, and if I want you more, not pay them, no, most of me queer. She Omolara, they will like, oh, job by. So how can I someone from Ode really? Odiaye? How can I call someone from Odiaye to be my father? I am from Ekiti. I saw the Otobe. He was trying to take credit. He's trying to paint himself, to make himself look to the world like as if he helped me and I'm paying back with deep evil. And in reality, he never helped in any way. Everything for me, he could more man be in pie. I fit my Lord dead to be to ba lo kan lójú mi mo lè lo because ó lo lójú mi níbẹ̀ bí àgbo nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀. But can I pay àwọn nǹkan tó ń fún mi, can I pay mo lo? That is how this man will be taking credit, paying everything I am today, it is by him. Ó dẹ̀ gbàgbé wípé even àwọn tó jẹ́ aláwo gan, because it's nothing different from aláwo if you go to his office. But and that is not, I'm not going to that aspect. Àwọn tó jẹ́ aláwo tó bá já ewé tó bá já egbò, wọ́n á sọ fún ẹni tó bá jẹ́ lóòótọ́ nù, wọ́n á sọ fún ẹ pé babaláwo ó ti gbìyànjú tiẹ̀ kí Ọlọ́run kó ṣe àmì sí nǹkan tó ń ṣe, k'Ọlọ́run fi àṣẹ sí.
Those are the ones that
because tó bá mú ewé já tó megbò já. Yes, because tó bá mú ewé já tó bá megbò já, so Ọlọ́run ò bá fàṣẹ sí, you are just lying to yourself. But now he's trying to paint himself like he helped me, and I'm trying to pay back evil.
And
before man and God, I'm before man and God, I'm not trying to present you as an evil man, but I'm saying this all to the world from what I've experienced with this man, that this man is nothing different but an evil man. From what I've experienced spiritually. And this is the reason why I've not taken this case to court. Because a judge can never judge on something that happens spiritually. Iṣẹ́ tó ṣe tó gbé pósí tó ṣe sọ́nà pósí ṣé tí bá gbé lọ kóòtù ṣe adájọ́ orí nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ni adájọ́ lè dára jẹ́ yẹn ni. Iṣẹ́ tó ṣe pósí tó kọ́rùkọ àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ sí láì ṣorúkọ tèmi tó kórúkọ ọmọ títí ẹ sí ṣé adájọ́ lè ṣerú ẹ̀ ni. Èyí lè tó ṣe tó ṣe àpẹẹrẹ tó gbé lórí àwòrán ọmọ ẹ. The what you did and you place on a basket on a picture, not my own picture. Can a judge on that? Ele tó ṣe pẹ̀lú ẹyẹ tutu obìnrin tọ̀ sí tó rí mọ́lẹ̀ láàyè. Ṣé a judge can judge on that? Can any judge on that? Make any decision on that? Eléyìí tó rì mọ́lẹ̀ àgbò àbí àgùntàn àbí àgbò àbí ẹ̀bùkọ tó rì mọ́lẹ̀ láàyè tó lọ rì mọ́lẹ̀ láàyè nínú bóyá nínú kìíní ẹ̀ ń bẹ̀. Ṣé adájọ́ lè dájọ́ lórí ìyẹn ni? Ṣé Nàìjíríà ní spiritual court ní tán lè dájọ́ ọjọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn? Àbí iṣẹ́ ilé tó ṣe tó rì mọ́nà gẹ̀dẹ̀ nínú compound ẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ yẹn tó rò pọ́ lọ́hùn ò rí? Ṣé adájọ́ lè dájọ́ rú ẹ̀ ni? That is the reason why I haven't taken this case to court. But you will return my money. The only case that the court can judge on is you returning my money. And if you're not stupid, because you do not deserve any respect, you're not a good elderly man. Ìwọ àwọn tó máa ń pòwe pé kò sí nǹkan tí wọ́n ń fàgbà ṣe bí kò ṣe kán fi àgbàrá ọmọdé jẹ. Your own has even gone more worse than that statement. Ìwọ tó pè rẹ ní bàbá àgbàlagbà, ó fi pé gbogbo nǹkan tó bá ṣe pé ó máa ṣe àṣegbé, ó dẹ̀ gbàgbé pé kò sí àṣegbé, àṣepamọ́ ló wà. Tí àsìkò bá tó, ohun gbogbo tó wà ní kọ̀kọ̀ a ó mú wá sí gbangba.
Àṣepamọ́ ló wà. I think all these things you said were revealed to you spiritually one way or the other, sir.
Yes. That was why I said, not so full of himself. He said, take him to court. Because, yes, in Celestia, spiritually, there's a way they can turn things to be in their favor. The evil ones, because mo mọ̀ pé ìjọ mímọ́ ni ìjọ yẹn, but àwọn kan wà tó wà nínú ìjọ yẹn tó jẹ́ ti èṣù. Nǹkan tó gbọ́kànlé is believe us. If I take the case to court, by doing that, I won't be able to do all this. I will not be able to come out and explain. It felt like that was how like he's trying to silence me. You understand? He's trying to silence me so that I will have to keep on waiting for the final judge, whereby the case can be in the court for 20 years. One, the case will not have meaning. Along the way, you might get tired. And the other Mashabu said, that was his intention. Because if that wasn't his intention, and to bani lakayi, to bani lakayi, to bani jeni buruku, you took money from me. I told you I want to have my own lawyer. I have a lawyer. You said I should not involve my lawyer. Even you saying I shouldn't involve my lawyer was not ordinary. It wasn't ordinary. Because I bought something of 500,000, I bought a land. I could remember then, I bought a land of 500,000. I had a lawyer that sealed it because only Diola, any total level me leku. They might come for the land. But my lawyer so that any still being present the evidence. But if I 30 million because it was actually 1 hectare that I actually optioned for. Okay, now he said, wait,
so the woman now gave me the receipt, and we did everything. Then the very day Timilehin was to come from on the after the launching, Timilehin now asked me if I can help him to talk to the woman that is interested in the land. I never brought anything about land.
You mean you are not the one who...
No.
You are not the one who asked him that there's a land?
No. He said,
he came to you.
The land this woman advertised, it's just there. So he said, I said, okay, don't worry, I can talk to the woman, but I can't bring the hand down or the price down, but I will talk to the woman.
Yes.
Okay. This man has been perfecting this scamming issue.
This land.
Before that land was actually advertised. Ó ti ń sọ fún mi in form of bẹ́ni pé ó ń jíṣẹ́ fún mi. Ó ti ń sọ fún mi bẹ́ni pé ó ń jíṣẹ́.
Okay, he was giving you a prophecy about land.
Ilẹ̀ kan máa bọ́ sí lọ́wọ́. Látọwọ́ honorable kan. Yes, he was giving me a prophecy on this on 2-3 occasions. Saying as if he was giving message. So nígbà tí ilẹ̀ wa dé, èmi náà wá rò pé iṣẹ́ tó ti ń jẹ́ yẹn ló ń try àti manifest, I understand. Yeah. And I only option for 15 plot of land, which is 1 hectare. nígbà tó padà pè mí pé ilẹ̀ sì pọ̀ pé kì í ṣe wàhálà sọ pé it's a good investment ni o tí mo padà withdraw gbogbo portfolio tí mo ní. Ẹni tó bá ń làákàyè mọ̀ pé ẹni tó lè mú gbogbo nǹkan tó ní tó kó síta tó o tẹ ẹrù kan tó máa jẹ ẹjọ́ ṣe ordinary nìyẹn ni.
That's unfortunate.
It's not ordinary.
Wow.
Ó dẹ̀ àgbà tán wá sọ fún mi pé you now took money from me. You now claimed you send the money to Akintonde. And now you are now saying I should go to Akintonde and obtain your money. So that tells that you do not. Better tell us committee more.
I think it went
because if you're not a fool, if you are not stupid, how could someone send money to your account and you told the person not to get lawyer? You said you promised to play the intermediary in between both the seller and the buyer, and now it is time. And I said, just like you went to the market, you want to buy something, and you decide, and after you maybe find a logo, so wait, that one is a direct trading.
Of course.
Now you're playing in between. You are playing intermediary in between both of us. Now Ogbowo olokofun Ogolowo A olokofun B. Owa ni ki A lo padà lọ máa bá B kó lọ máa gbowó. Ìwọ tó gbowó, ìwọ tó owó tí tó bá ká tẹ kọjá ńkọ́. Why kí ni nǹkan tó lò tó fi bá mi sọ pé kí n má gba lọ́yà tí mo fi jẹ́ fi listen sí ẹ. Now later after ìgbà tí mo tún gba lọ́yà kí ló dé tó fi wá kí ló dé tó I called you. Yàrá àtọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ kọ̀ tó fi ń bọ́ lọ́gbà wẹ̀rẹ̀ rí tí wọ́n gé orí ẹ̀. O ti lọ́yà tó lọ́gbà gbàwé ilẹ̀ rí tó ń bọ̀ lọ́nà tí wọ́n assassinate ẹ̀. Why? And you call yourself a man of God. Why are you so full of evil things? Ṣé wọ́n tẹ̀ kí máa ń ràn gidi ni wọ́n kì í sọ̀kò gidi jáde lẹ́nu ara ẹni? Everything you say is about evil, bad thing. Wàá bú Adébóyè lénìí, wàá bú Ìdẹ́kùn lọ́la, wàá bú Abíyá lénìí, wàá bú Okúmúyì lọ́la. Is that not enough to tell that you are actually evil? Paint everybody black. I want everybody to see as the white. So how could someone, you took money from Mr. A, you gave it to Mrs. B. You told me not to have my own lawyer. You promised diabolically, you promised me to play the intermediary and to make sure everything goes right. And now it is time for me and now I'm asking money back, saying I'm not interested in buying the land anymore. You're saying I should go to Mrs. B. When Akintonde was interviewed by a journalist and she claimed she doesn't know me. She's right because me now. Why is it flat because below me? Forget. Yeah. So it is and then in everything. Oh yeah, Mileno. I'm just surprised how you took money from me. You told me not to have my own lawyer. You told me not to do anything other than your instruction, which wasn't ordinary. You know what you use in having all those conversations with me then. Now you claimed you gave money to Mrs. Akintonde. Now I said after a year, no receipt. This man could not even tell the difference between receipt and this man could not tell the difference between receipt and deed of assignment. They brought deed of assignment, no receipt of payment. Now I said I want my money back. You are saying now I should go to the person you paid to. So mi mo bí o ṣe máa gba owó ní lọ́wọ́ mi tó lè sọ fún mi pé kí n má gba lọ́yà.
Yes.
Kí n má gba lọ́yà, kí n má gba anything. Mo wá sọ fún after a year ìgbà tí mi ò rí receipt, tí mi ò rí document, tí mi ò rí anything. Mo ní kí ẹ bá mi dá mi padà. Wọ́n sọ pé kí n lọ máa gbowó lọ́wọ́ ẹni tó send owó sí. Is that not stupid enough to say? How could you take money from me? You gave it to someone and you're now saying I should go to that person and take my money back from the person you gave it to. Even the one can even sue myself. But this is thing you feel sue me they play the game together. They both collide together, they both join together to defraud me. But they could not complete that deal before God exposed them to me. Because there was never any land anywhere. wọ́n sọ pé kí ó ní pé ilẹ̀ pé kì í ṣe ilẹ̀ acquisition.
Yeah.
That means the paper the woman showed to my own lawyer is different from the ones Titi Bet of me tán àwọn.
So we learned that the land is a government acquisition.
No way, that's the land there. It's not government acquisition.
Then why is Timilehin said it's a government?
You should ask Timilehin. What I know is what I will tell you. So don't ask me Timilehin's question. Ask Timilehin where you got government land. You cannot do a layout and approved plan from Lagos State from a land that is accused acquisition land, because the woman worked in lands before too. So, but when you look at the journey, Temiri, this is 24 million to mid oil. Nígbà tí mo ṣe document eléyìí tó fẹ́ mi. Then nígbà tó do, this is lawyer field. This is another 4 million from to mid oil company. Tèmi nìyẹn tí mo sọ. Then eléyìí kẹ̀rẹ́ Omolara balance on this is 30. This is 300. This is 300. But don't ṣe document wọ̀nyẹn nìyẹn o. Tèmi nìyẹn, tèmi làwọn eléyìí. So mi ò fowó Timilehin san tèmi o. Then tó bá wo layout yẹn, ilé tó ní sold tàkọ́kọ́ tèmi nìyẹn. Sold ti kejì ti Timilehin nìyẹn. So bọ́n ṣe ń ra lẹ̀ yẹn fáwọn tí mo mú wá ni woman yẹn kọ gbé wá náà ó ní láti. So ló kọ sold sí. Yes sir. Already mú di mú bẹ́ẹ̀. So ló kọ sold sí. So 3 acres tèmi rè. Then the Timilehin rè 4 acres sold. So ilẹ̀ yìí ò lè jẹ́ acquisition land.
You can see it there.
So then òun náà ló tún wà mẹ́yẹn. So all right. Layout of mid oil city. So it's a city on its own. Mo ṣe fún Dangote. Yeah, this is how they gave it to Dangote. This is how they gave it. This woman was the first person to be approved in Lagos State. So.
And now then the bá wo kan tó ṣe lórí fídíò yẹn ó ní pé wọ́n eléyìí tó ń bu òun tó ń fún un free of free ló wà ń bẹ́ẹ̀ as pé wọ́n ti fún yín àti eléyìí tí mo rà. The woman dey claim pé A and B ní ti tèmi àbí. Now Tibetan sọ fún mi pé I'm not the one that bought that land, pé a lot of people bought that land. Then why is their name not on that list you show on the video? That was why I said he shot himself on the leg.
He shot himself on the leg unknowingly.
Yes.
I want to ask a question. Okay, I think the question is near. He said the prophet said your lawyer lied that the land is government acquisition and that he spent up to 24 million to do his own documents at Alausa. That is number one. He said that your lawyer lied that the land is government acquisition and he spent. He showed the layout during the interview that showed that he got 3 acres and you got 4 acres. Is that the true position?
To answer the first question,